So I like this girl, and I want to get to know her. But I don't want to stalk her. I want to get to know everything about her without sifting through page by page. This is how you do it.
Hi guys, Sasha from NetbookNews.com, still at the Computex show floor, even though the show just ended. And like every year, we're coming up with our best of Computex awards. So Computex 2011, of course it was all about mobile. The mobile revolution is really happening right now. Tablets everywhere, with glass-free 3D displays, even though I still don't know how to use them. It was all about 4G, WiMAX, with a new generation of netbooks, new Intel Atom CPUs, new AMD CPUs. So why don't we take a look at our personal favorites of Computex 2011, and here are our best of Computex awards.
Here we have the Asus 1025 CE, and if we walk around the system, I should be able to show you a couple of the other differences between the C and the CE. So we have the PSU, VGA, USB, venting fan, HDMI, because this is on Cedar Trail, which is on the N2800 processor, which is Cedar Trail. We have a fairly large trackpad here at the front, single mouse button. We've got a card reader, audio jacks, then we have another USB, then we have USB 3, so this is another one of the differences between the two models. And here you can maybe see a tiny little plus sign, so that means that this is a charged USB port, so that when the unit's off, you can still charge. Kensington lock, and then this pops down because it is so thin for your Ethernet. So this is going to be available for Q4, right in time for the holiday season. It's got a great matte finish. We're seeing it in a bunch of different colors. So if Asus stays true to what they do, this will probably come in at around the low 3 price point. I'm guessing maybe 350-ish. So let's hope that actually comes in. If that's the case, this will probably be my pick for the best netbook of the holiday season. I mean, it's super thin, super light, really sexy. And the 1025 CE has all those kind of premium features that you love seeing in a netbook.
Guess what we got? That's the new ViewPad 7X. That's the first 7-inch honeycomb Android honeycomb tablet that they have. Let's take a quick look around the system. There's nothing on the left side. We have micro USB, and I think it's a mini HDMI. Oh, sorry, it's mini HDMI micro USB, and that's a card reader here. And we have a jack for your headset, volume control, power button, and that's about it. So it's a 1024 by 600 resolution display, and ViewSonic is using a kind of customized version of the SPB shell that we can see over here. Here we go. So you can see that it's a nice, smooth 3D animation, and actually it's even showing you stuff. Now watch out. Woohoo! That's pretty neat, isn't it? So, unfortunately, this is a very early pre-production sample. We're not allowed to show you a little bit more, but you can already guess the performance looks great, the 3D effect is pretty cool, and again, it's running on top of Android 3.1. I'm pretty sure they're coming with the Honeycomb 3.1 version out. There's a 2-megapixel camera in the front, 5-megapixel camera in the back with an LED flashlight, and that's about it. Should be available at the beginning of Q3 and roughly around $449 to $499. Very competitive price, and we're talking about the Wi-Fi version for it, but there will also be a 4G version. That means it's the first 7-inch with a 4G, about 4 times faster than a 3G. That's the new ViewSonic ViewPad 7X. I'm Sasha from NetbookNews.com. We're taking a look at the new Project Kal-El. That's the 3rd generation of their Tegra processor for tablets, super phones, maybe even smartphones, who knows? It's in a tablet right now over here. That's a 10-inch tablet. Can't tell you anything about the tablet right now, but let's take a look at the software. So just to give you an idea, this is running Android Honeycomb. You might be familiar with this global demo, because Nvidia was releasing this video, I think, last Monday. Here we go. So this is just a game that shows you a little bit about the performance of dynamic lighting with this
Kal-El platform. Let me just get this ball back. Here we go. Now look at this. All the reflections and also the physics. And it's super responsive. I think this is just amazing. I've never seen anything like this on a mobile device that is not running an x86 Core i7 processor with maybe another Nvidia GPU. So here's another demo. It's called Floating Castle, and it just shows you a little bit about the physics or the capability of Kal-El when it comes to collisions and distractions. Here we go. Isn't that amazing? I mean, guys, this is a performance that we're getting on a device that we carry around with us in our pockets. So this is Lost Planet 2, and now it's not a video clip. This is getting rendered in real time here. So now think about all these mobile games, the complexity of them in the future. It's going to be amazing. Look at all the details. Of course, you know that there are still some technology is missing. For example, when we're talking about anti-aliasing or anisotropical filtering, but we will get there, and this is already absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's Lost Planet 2.
And let's get started. The first system that I'm going to show you is there's a Dell XPS development station, and this is a special test unit that we use for evaluating touch screens and touch controllers. So here it is. This is the first click on Windows 8. I log in by swiping up to the lock screen, and I'm right on my start screen. The first thing that you see is the UI is chromeless and clean. It's fluid and responsive. It works great with touch. It works great with a keyboard. So I'm hitting page up and page down here, and I can move around with a keyboard. See, we designed Windows 8 from the ground up to be excellent for touch-only tablets, and it works well with a keyboard and mouse. The tiles that you see here on the start screen are live. These represent your apps, your people, your contacts, the information that you care the most about. You can arrange, group, and name them however you like. And that first start screen experience is really personal. It puts you at the center, and without even having to open any of those tiles, you can quickly see tweets that are coming in, or new email, or notifications that I'm tracking with a newsreader, for example. It's all presented to you immediately without even having to take that next step. Let me launch one of these apps, and you'll see what it looks like. So I'm going to scroll over and launch a weather app. The first thing you notice is that the apps are chromeless, immediately taking up the entire screen. Every single pixel on the screen is there to represent your information. There aren't title bars and system trays and scroll windows. The application really comes to life as Windows quickly fades to the background, and we think that's a really fun user experience. The other thing to note about this app is it's created on Windows 8's new application platform for apps that we call tailored apps. Now, this application platform is based on HTML5, JavaScript, and CSS, the most widely understood programming languages of all time. These languages form the backbone of the web, so that on day one, when Windows 8 ships, hundreds of millions of developers will already know how to build great apps for Windows 8.
What the Asus mystery product? Without further delay, is this a pad? Or a fork in the pad? Who's calling me?
I have an Android Honeycomb tablet here by Mada, 10.1 inches, 1280 by 800 screen resolution, running on the Nvidia Tegra 2 processor. can see the screen responsiveness is pretty good. Let's flip into the gallery. Let's play some 1080p here. Excellent, excellent. So it's much lighter than the Zoom. I'd say it's around like 750 grams or so. So this is actually going to be between $250 and $300. We have a docking station port at the bottom that looks like a anchor pin for the docking station, I think. Here's the microphone there. Around the side we have the PSU headphones. Let's crank this off. SIM card slot, USB, and micro SD. We have a USB mini, which is kind of strange. It used to be a micro USB. And around the top we have the physical camera button, volume, gyroscope lock, and power. Around the back we have a 5 megapixel camera with a LED flash. I like the fact that they've got this, matte finish, single tone. Looks quite good. This is quite small, so it's pretty insignificant. So, yeah, overall, between 250 and 300 shipping volumes within the next month. And if you remember last year's Computex, we saw this concept design or reference design from Intel called Canoe Lake, and now Mada is actually producing the Canoe Lake reference design, and they're going to be sampling in August, shipping in September in time for the holiday season. This is thin. This is so thin. So this is on the Intel Cedar View platform. So it's going to be on the N2600 or the N2800. So this is supposed to last 5 hours of battery life. Right, and on the back here we can see the venting. Here we have VGA. There we have, looks like DisplayPort, and 2 USB 2.0s and more display fans. I mean, this is a sleek. Oh, and up here at the front there's your audio jacks and your card reader. Intel's Canoe Lake, which I am just a huge fan of. I mean, I love this design for a price point of $399. Sexy.
So that's about it. That was Computex 2011 for us, our Best of Computex Awards. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did. Well, actually, we had to work. You could watch our content. And I see you next year, starting on June the 5th, 2012, for Computex 2012. I'm Sasha for Netbook News.com. Thanks for watching.